These 7 habits helped double my online fitness coaching income. Succeeding as an online fitness coach is challenging, and it's not for everyone. Maybe you've worked hard at posting valuable content, tried to start conversations with prospects, and have invested in certifications to improve your knowledge to get better results for your clients, but it still feels like your big breakthrough is out of reach. It's easy to think that to go from 0 clients or struggling to get by to having a thriving, profitable online business, you need to make large-scale changes, overhaul your approach to content creation, learn in-depth complex sales strategies, or have a complete rebrand in your business and start again from scratch. That's not the case at all. Often the biggest breakthroughs come from small changes. I'm living proof of that because the year my business doubled in growth was the same year I focused on these 7 small but transformative habits I'm about to show you in this video. If you don't know me already, my name is Sameem Rouhani, and when it comes to helping trainers, health coaches, and nutrition coaches hit 6 and even 7-figure revenues online, my process is the absolute best to help you find and attract ideal clients while building a lean, profitable business that you love. I help skilled trainers take their knowledge and package it as a premium priced, high value program that clients can happily pay 4 and 5 figures for. If I look back years ago to when I started my own online fitness business for the first time, I remember having sleepless nights worrying about bills getting paid and cut every expense I could because I didn't know if I could grow an online fitness business at the time. I had transitioned out of in-person coaching at Equinox in West Hollywood. I knew I could build an online fitness business working with similar premium clientele if I could just figure out the business model. Scaling my own online fitness business to $80,000 a month came from developing the method I teach my clients today. And looking back, I also made 7 key habit shifts that made the process possible for me to execute and stick to in order for my business to grow. To do this, I had to examine my habits to change the ones that were holding me back. Here are the 7 habits I focused on optimizing to grow my business. The first habit was getting hyper specific with who I was targeting. More than that, I got specific with who I was targeting, and I based my problem and market on psychographics, not just demographics. Psychographics is doing market research on a consumer group looking specifically at their attitudes, interests, beliefs, values, more than surface level age, gender, and location factors. A lot of mentors talk about niching down, and most online coaches know they need to do this, but it's not enough just to niche down. You have to make sure you connect with people in your niche who share the same values and figure out what their aspirational identity is. In other words, you need psychographics dialed in. And when you get this across in your marketing, it's a powerful driver of behavior, and it means your ideal client actually seeks you out because you are who they want to be. Ultimately, they're happy to pay premium prices to work with you because you can connect to their current struggles and who they want to be in the future. As an example, let's say your niche is busy executive men over 40 who want to lose 15 to 30 pounds, get leaner, and have more energy. That's definitely a niche, and a lot of mentors or trainers would stop there because it's more specific than saying I help men lose weight, or even I help busy executives get lean. Problem is, there are a lot of online trainers saying this, meaning it's very difficult for you to stand out with your online fitness and to attract perfect fit premium clients. You need to go a little bit further. Let's say the executive you're targeting wants to get lean, but why does he want to get lean? For people like this, rarely it's just for the sake of it, or because they want to date more women, or because they solely value material things. It's because they want to be a superhero in all aspects of life. They want their kids to see them as a role model, their wife to be proud of them, their team to see them as an inspiration, to feel like they're aging in reverse. So if you're only talking about 6-packs and body fat percentages, your message won't resonate. But if you speak about leaving a legacy, being more present for their kids, having deeper connection with their wife, and worrying that their body doesn't match up with other areas of their life, now you're speaking their language. Get in the habit of going deep, doing your research on your ideal client, and speaking to them on a level that shows you understand their unique psychographics. This needs to come across in every piece of copy or content you post. The second habit I practiced was to stop buying cheap courses and products and start investing in people who could take the time to help my business on a more personal level. Honestly, I was an information addict on micro aspects of business. I'd buy a new course on Instagram, the latest Facebook ad strategy, or something about Facebook groups. The trouble was I was consuming all this information, but not executing on the parts of my business that actually needed to be fixed. These solutions were more like tactics. What I really needed was an expert perspective on my business. I spent several $1,000s on courses to realize that if you want a custom tailored solution for growing your business in the way you want on the fastest timeline and to avoid mistakes that others have made along the way, mentorship from an expert who's done it before is the best way to achieve this. Even some of the $9.97 courses I bought were more random pieces of client getting information packaged together in a membership site, which was often wildly outdated. I'm not saying you shouldn't always be learning and looking to improve your knowledge. Learning how to grow your business means having a professional assess where the gaps are for you and focusing on those things first. Less information, but the right information is how you become successful. It was only when I started paying $3,000 to $5,000 per month to the right mentors in those different aspects who actually had custom solutions to my problem did I see a real return. From those higher level investments, my business took off because I was getting the actual support that I needed. You might be thinking, but Sameem, that's a lot of money, which it is. But here's the thing. I went from spending probably $500 to $1,000 a month and maybe picking up 1 or 2 lower paying clients at a couple $100 a month each to spending spending $3,000 to $5,000 per month, but getting handfuls of new premium clients with a lifetime value often in excess of $10,000 to $20,000 each. The bottom line is when you pay for good mentoring, that initial investment might be higher, but the payoff is exponentially greater. You can avoid expensive mistakes and you can get growth much faster. The third habit was attaching a price to everything I did. When I was struggling, I took pride in doing everything in life myself. I did my own cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, and so on. I did this because I told myself I couldn't afford to hire someone, and in a way I couldn't. But then I looked at what I was earning per hour for the clients I was coaching, and I saw the true value of my time. All of a sudden I realized it was crazy to spend 2 hours cooking every week or 3 hours cleaning, when if I was getting paid for that same amount of time for my coaching, I'd be earning potentially thousands of dollars. Even if I only worked 30 to 60 minutes for that 5 hours, I'd still be earning more, and I'd have another 4 hours left over to do what I wanted. By paying to outsource my simple day-to-day stuff I didn't really enjoy doing anyway, I could free up my time, creativity, and mental energy to focus solely on revenue-generating activities. Things like content creation, following with leads, reconnecting with former clients, market research, or getting better at my sales calls. Get in the habit of outsourcing anything that doesn't directly contribute to your bottom line or that drains your time and energy. The fourth habit was prioritizing my own health. As business owners, it's very easy to put yourself last. Even great trainers who constantly tell clients, prioritize your own workouts, fall into the trap of putting themselves last. Here's the thing, we all know how vital training is for mental health, our energy levels, productivity, and our creativity. We also know that if we don't schedule our training in, it's easy for it to fall by the wayside, and we either train without intention or we don't train at all. Even though you're working online, you're still your own business card. Whether we like it or not, potential clients will judge us how we look, at least to a degree. You need to see staying in shape and taking care of your health as just as important as doing check-ins, creating content, or getting on calls with clients. In my own journey, I've had times where I've left my health habits to the side. I started missing workouts so I could do more marketing. I've had times where I've fallen off my routines that helped me stay focused and in shape because I figured I could get more work done. But the more I did this, the more I realized it negatively impacted my performance and ultimately my business. To avoid this, I schedule my training into my calendar because I know showing up consistently at the gym ultimately means having more energy, being more present on calls, and being an example for my clients. Habit number 5 might sound odd, but it will make more sense in a minute. I give myself rewards. Rewards might sound like something you give your dog or kid when they behave well. But I truly believe that no matter how motivated you are, having incentives help keep you on track. I did this on a micro and macro level, and one of the biggest ways I did this was around time. I used to follow a typical work week structure, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I didn't like that because sometimes I was forcing myself to work when I didn't want to, and other times I wanted to work, but I felt like I wasn't supposed to because it was 9 p.m. on Friday or Sunday afternoon or whatever, and I was conditioned to think that meant I had to relax. So I shifted into a habit of using time as a reward. Sometimes on a macro level, this would mean working for 8, 9, or even 10 days straight, then taking a day or two off completely to chill. Other times I'd make it more micro, so I might work for a few hours and feel totally exhausted, and then maybe take 45 minutes to play some World of Warcraft or some video games and get back right on track once I was done. The key here is being disciplined. This won't work if you give yourself a reward every time you feel a little bit creatively blocked, or if you have client check-ins that need to be done, but you just don't want to talk. If you implement this habit wisely and incentivize time off, you can make the most of those stints when you're feeling productive and focused, while giving yourself some breathing room to coast from time to time when you need it. My 6th habit is planning your investments early. A few years back, when I was doing a lot of organic marketing, I realized that would only take me so far, and that at some point I needed to really invest into paid ads to grow my business. So I started creating a small budget to test different ads, meaning I'd be ready to spend more the moment I was ready and had a working funnel. Only thing is, I had a really good year and decided to reward myself by buying a sauna and random gadgets. This meant I went right back to square one with my ads budget, and I'd start building that back up again. Don't get me wrong, I love the sauna, but had I held off on that and instead put that money into leveling up with my paid traffic, I would have made that investment back in just a month or two, meaning the business would have been further along and I still would have been able to buy the sauna. I'm not saying to never buy things you like or spend the money you worked hard for, but at the same time, you always have to ask yourself, do I really need to buy this now, or am I better off investing that money into the business so I can have way more disposable income in the future? Finally, my 7th habit was learning to say no. Like a lot of you, I wanted to help as many people as I could. That meant I would say yes to way too many clients who just weren't a good fit. I know it's hard to say no to people who are ready to pay you for coaching because you don't know when the next potential client who's a better fit will show up. But you can't work with people who are great clients if you say yes to poor clients and then get overwhelmed with people who just want emotional babysitting and handholding but won't put in the work. You can only keep your standards high for the value you give when you're working with people who already have high standards for themselves. Accepting bad behavior or clients who don't value learning and executing your process can make you feel spread thin, exhausted, and this affects your overall output. Your clients should give you energy as you help them solve their problems. Saying no to the wrong clients extends to business opportunities as well. Your time is limited, and everything you say yes to now means there's something else you'll have to say no to in the future. So be wise aligns with what you commit to. Now that you have my 7 habits, you might be wondering how to implement them effectively, or how can we actually take these, apply them in your business, see the returns in your following, your client numbers, and ultimately your revenue. If this is your goal, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment below this video with which habit you'd like to learn more about in the future. Then I'll create a video that walks you through each step, showing you exactly how to integrate these habits in your daily routine. So you can potentially double your business like I have and hundreds of coaches that I've helped. Then I'll create a video that walks you through each step, showing you exactly how to integrate these habits into your daily routine so you can potentially double your business. I will see you in the next video.